Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the place where you learn new skill every time you visit. So keep updating yourself by subscribing to the channel. With this video, I am starting a video tutorial for educators which can be used by teachers and trainers in their respective field, and this can be used for interactive assessment using Active Presenter. To download Active Presenter, you have to search in the Google and click on the link which belongs to Atomy Systems. It will take you to the official web page of the company, and here, as per your operating system, you can download. Once the download starts and finishes, you can install it, and once the installation is done, you will get a shortcut icon on your desktop like this. So first of all, you have to open the Active Presenter, of course. So I'll just double click on this icon. When you install your Active Presenter, this icon comes on your screen. Alright, so over here it's like a presentation, normal PPT presentation, which has different template. You can choose any one of them, but since I have a template ready to be used here to show you, so I have stored it into already saved a presentation with one blank slide, right? So this is like here, and now since I'm going to show you practice test, all right, for assessment, so I'll just add the title practice test. So I'll go to insert. This very simple. I'll go to text caption and I'll drag it, and I will type the content of this text. I'll type the value here as practice test. All right, I won't take much time for you to explain this, so I'll move quickly. All right, so this is a practice test. All right, now after this, the next slide, I'm going to introduce the three kind of different questions which you can use in your test. So I'll right click and insert a new slide. So the same template comes up. You need to remove whatever text boxes are there. How do you do that? Just from left top, press the mouse button, go to the right bottom and press delete, so it goes. Now the first kind of questions I would like to insert is, so for inserting any kind of questions, you have to go to questions over here. I like to do true false. I'll go to true false. By default, text box comes for the question. I'll choose the question like keyboard is output device. Alright, this is my question. Now it has two answers, true and false. Now this much placeholder is there for it. Alright, I can reduce it so that my submit button, which by default comes up, can be placed just near it. So you can do that formatting. Now it has the answer true and false. Okay, first thing I have to do is I have to give a name to this question. Since this is my first question, so what I'll do, I'll click on this. I'll go to my interaction tab. On the right side there's an interaction tab. You go here. Okay, then under the score and reporting, you will change the report ID. Every time you have to change the report ID to question number. Why I'm changing this? Because when the report will come in the last slide, this will be displayed as question 1. Okay, now the choices which user has to choose. Now this question, keyboard is an output device, is a false, right? So I have to choose my correct answer first. So to choose the correct answer, you just have to double click on that. You just take your mouse there and double click. Once you double click, it has taken that as a correct answer. Okay, now I also have to show this particular choice on the report, that what user has selected, whether it's a true or false. So I need to change the report ID also. So I'll just go to true, click on true, and by default the report ID comes here. Under the interaction, the report ID by default comes. And if it is not coming, if it's like this, you go to interactivity tab and choose the report ID. So I'll give the report ID as true. That means if user selects this, if the learner selects this, it will show as his or her choice as true. Similarly, I'll do for the false. Alright, so this is my first question ready. Okay, Now I'll go to my second question. Now there's a button also, the submit button. On clicking on the submit button, it's going to show you the proper right and wrong answer accordingly. The ready-made messages are there. You can also format those messages that we are going to discuss in another video, as this video will become much longer. So now I'll go to another question. For another question, I'll insert a new slide. So I'll just go at this empty area and right click and insert slide. Same way, a blank slide comes up. So I'll just remove the content. Okay, now I want my next kind of question. Let me pick multiple choice. I'll pick multiple choice. Again, the text box will come for the question to be typed, and here I type, last was the input device. Now I'll type output device. So here the learner has to select what is the correct output device out of these. So first thing, when I select on this particular set of answers, options, I can reduce the size so that my submit button can reach near to the choices, or if you are fine with this formatting, that is also correct, no issues with that. So now first I have to give the report ID for this. Report ID means what this question will be displayed in the report. I'll just directly go to my interactivity tab and type my report ID as question 2. Now individual report ID I need to first type and then select. So first I'll type the options, of course. Our first option will be, say, microphone. Okay, and similarly I'll change its report ID also here only. I'll type the same thing. I can even copy from here or paste it, or if you're not comfortable with copying, or from there you can type microphone. Now I'll do the second option for my question, which can be printer. Alright, then again I'll change simultaneously the report ID here as printer. Then over here, the third option, I will take it as scanner, and my report ID for this will also change as scanner. Another one is fourth option, I can take it as, I can also add on more options, right, by clicking at this add, or I can also remove the options by just selecting and deleting. Okay, and now sorry, I'll just type the next option. Let's take it as mouse, and report ID will be changed to mouse. Alright, so this is my multiple choice question. Now I'll quickly move on to third slide. I'll insert one other slide over here. I'll just remove the text boxes from there, and I will insert a question, which is, now I'll take the fill up. Okay, so I'll type the fill up question like brain of computer. Okay, now user is going to type something here, some word here. Alright, now brain of computer is CPU. A user can type, the learner can type CPU or the central processing unit. Both ways they can type. So first thing, you have to set the ID that you have to do every time, and don't forget to do that, otherwise reporting will not come properly. So this is my question 3. Question 3. And I'll remove the X's. Okay, and now I have to add the correct answers over here. So here's the option of add values. This is again in the interactivity tab. Add values. So this is the correct values. User can type c.p.u. Now learner can also type without dots. So because computer is a machine, you know, it doesn't take these two words are different for computer. CPU with dot and without dot. Then the user can also type central processing unit. So you have to be careful that what options the user can type, and that you will take as correct answer. You have to type all those here. Okay, now this is done. So now my 3 questions are done, and now I'll introduce a report slide at the end. So for that, you just have to go to insert, you have to go to new slide and scroll down, and then at the end you have a report slide. Now this report slide has a title. Of course, you'll change it to result of practice test. Right. Now here are the parameters which will be displayed on the report. Okay. Now it depends on you what you want to display and what you not. So again, you have to go to interactive tab, and there's a report display tab. Under that, whatever you want to display, you check it, and whatever you don't want to display, uncheck it. So I don't want the presentation description, all these things. I need date, total time is fine, total taken slide is not necessarily required, taken interaction is fine, correct answers, okay, score, all right, percentage and detail. That's it. Now there's a button called review button by default, which is there at the end of the report slide. Now what you want this review button to do, that when the learner clicks over here, it should again go to the starting of the slide. So you just have to set the action for this. Okay, so you'll go to the interactivity, of course, you'll scroll down to the event and action. All right, scroll down, and what you want to do with it, on click, when the user clicks on this, what you want to do, you have to add it here. Okay, and then you have to just click over here and choose what you want to do there. So I'll choose restart presentation. Okay, so now I'm ready with my small test, which I'll show you how it works. After setting the properties of the reports, which are to be displayed and which are not to be displayed on the report, and after setting the property of the review button, okay, review course button, which we have set as restart presentation, we are going to see the preview of this. All right, after making it final, we want to see the preview. So for that, you just have to go to export and preview HTML or HTML5 preview. I'll just click on this, I'll choose practice, and it compiles it. Here it comes on the browser, your practice test. First question comes, keyboard is output device. I say false. All right, and I say submit. It says correct. Then it goes to question 2. Output device, I choose printer, and submit. This is correct. Continue. Third question will come, brain of computer. So I am saying central processing unit. So central processing unit. So it says, I say submit. This is correct. Now once I continue, the report comes. It shows you all the details, which question are correct and what was the learner's response over here. Question 1, question 2, question 3. How many attempt was done and what was the score. All right. Now if I want to review the test, if the learner want to review the test, he or she will click at review and the test will start again. Okay. So similarly, now I'll try to give the wrong answers. Keyboard is output device, true. Okay. And then the next question will come. Again, I will choose the wrong answer. All right. And when the fill up comes, I type CPU. If this option is there, it will say correct, otherwise wrong. So it is correct, this option was given. Right, guys? So this is the way we can create a practice test. Okay. So now I am done with the testing. Now what I'll do, I'll just try to create a final product which you can give it to your learner to do this test. So I'll just close the browser, or I'll just go to the active presenter, open here. Okay, I'll go to the export option, or if I'm already there in the export option, no need to go it again, and I'll go to HTML5. So I want to export this to HTML5. That means it can be run on the browser. So I'll just click on that. It will ask me the location where you want to get this file. So I'll go to desktop. Okay, I've selected the folder, and also if you want to give, the name will be given as the project name, which is practice test. I'll say OK. After that, we'll compile it, and it's ready because there were fewer slides, so it was ready in a flash. Now it says, would you like to view the output now or open folder? I'll go to open folder, so that it will take me there. Okay, and desktop I can also see it from here. That is easy for me. So here, and I think here my practice test. Yeah, here it is, my practice test. I'll just double click on that, and the same thing starts. Okay, so I'll choose continue. Then second question, scanner, wrong. Then CPU, right? Because CPU option was not there. So this is the way you can create a test and you can take a test. All right. So just try this and let's see how it works. If you have any doubt, just put it in the comment box. I'll get back to you.
If you are new to the channel, please subscribe it. Also press the bell notification so that you get notification as soon as I release a new video. Share and like the video.